Well, I studied fine art and painting. And for the last 6 years, I've been working as an illustrator, more commercial based work, which I love. Um, I live outside of San Francisco. That's really hard to pinpoint. I just always have. I have vivid memories as a child. We had a chalkboard in our kitchen, and I spent a lot of time drawing on that. A lot of time at the library. All of my best school memories revolve around art. I would say an indirect. My personal work reflects the things that I love or that inspire me: fashion, nature, anything vintage, mid-century pottery, all those things. And I bring a lot of that into my client work as well. So, yeah. It varies a little bit, but I would say the beginning, the excitement of beginning a new project, thinking about it, and also finishing it. The middle part is torture. It's just awful. But I always get to the end somehow. The part I struggle the most with is, well, an extended deadline. I like a quick turnaround. For example, I have one client who just tells me to take my time. That really doesn't work for me. So yeah, I tend to lose interest, or I don't know, the extended deadlines just aren't good. It's hard for me to maintain my focus throughout that. I think it has impacted my work. Well, I mean, aspects of having ADHD, like hyper focus. I used to, I'm more self-aware now at my ripe old age, and now that I know that I have ADHD, but I think I lost my train of the hyper focus part. I used to hyper focus on negative things, and now I always hyper focused a little bit on positive things, but with my work, I really consider that to be an asset. So that's one way it's impacted. Another is, I think that maybe sometimes I see things a little differently than many other people might, or notice something that someone else might not. But maybe that's just true of artists in general. I'm not sure. There's always a revolving, like right now, I'm really interested in looking at Roger Duvoisin. He's a mid-century children's book illustrator. I've been looking at Alice Neal again lately because there's a show here. I haven't seen it yet. There's so many. Philip Guston, Edward Gorey. There's a wide range of artists. Rose Wiley. I just love that she really started getting recognition in her 70s, so that gives me some inspiration. I think to re-energize, refresh, I like to be outside. I like to go for walks. I like to go to thrift stores. I'm drawing a blank, but those are the things really. Thrifting, looking at old, bookstores, all those things inspire me. That question got me because, and it's still sort of, I'm not sure how to answer it, but for me, when I first read it, I thought, no, it's the same thing for me. I don't have that motivation part for getting my taxes done and all those things. I don't have, I wait till the very last minute, and then I get a kick of adrenaline because I have to do it. That's what I really struggle with. But the inspiration part is much easier. That I feel like I don't ever not have some inspiration. As long as I'm inspired and there's not like months that go by, if I have a fairly quick deadline, um, that works great for me. It's also good that I don't have to go to an office and do work at a particular time. So if I'm not feeling it, I can leave and go for a walk and work at night. Because sometimes when it's dark, I don't have any other distractions. I can't look out the window and watch a bird or something. It's often I'll work at night. I mean, my advice would just be if you haven't been diagnosed or you're struggling, to seek out help, whether it's through your doctor and a referral, or read books about ADHD. That's helped me too. And also, I guess maybe what you meant is like when you go through slumps or you feel like you're empty, just to know that passes, and it's always like this. It'll come back again. I don't think so. I mean, it's good for my mental health to draw, for me, for my mental health, but I don't know that it's reflected in my work. I make personal work usually for fun. Sometimes it is politically motivated, just to get something off my chest. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, I of course go through mental health issues with, freaking out and over a deadline or whatever it is. But I don't think it's really reflected in my work per se. When I started, when I studied fine art and painting, I never once thought what I would do when I got out of school. And then I ended up getting married and having kids, and I really couldn't switch gears. Like, I couldn't think of feeding a child and making art in the same day, that type of thing. So they kind of became a creative outlet. But once they were off and out, off to school and college, then I started returning to art. So yeah, I guess just don't give up. If that's what you want to do and you're best at doing, you can do it for sure.